I can't see because I've not got glasses on.
Hello there, welcome back to the second video, probably the fourth video actually, but second proper video on my personal channel. I've been joined by this beautiful little creature,
Howdy.
Nicola Byrne, my better half.
At Nicola Janie on Twitter.
But today we're going to carry on and do 3 more questions that I picked from the comments. And we're going to start...
Can I ask a question first?
Oh,
Sorry.
Okay.
So basically Stephen's using a microphone, this is part of his kit, called Blue Raspberry.
Mm-hmm.
Now, do you remember the flavour as a kid? Like everything was, anything raspberry flavoured was called Blue Raspberry. Why is that?
Was it?
Yeah, blue raspberry flavour. You never had blue raspberry, like the little ice pops and stuff?
I don't actually remember that.
Anyway, you're probably going to cut this out. But...
No. I don't remember that, genuinely.
I don't know.
Maybe it was like blackcurrant or blueberries mixed with raspberry.
No, it's just called Blue Raspberry.
Well, this one's a blue microphone. I'll show you, but like the audio's going to disappear there. It's a cool little microphone. It's there. Anyway, sorry, microphone. Anyway, let's go on to the first asked question. Mansour Ahmed said, would you rather live in the future or live in the past, and why? Future.
Past for me.
Past?
Yeah,
why?
I want to... Well, obviously, it'll be a little bit more behind the times, but I'd love to be able to go watch Frank Sinatra live.
Oh, imagine.
Yeah. And you never know, we might not have a future for that much time.
Yeah, that's true. Fast forward.
If we're going to get
10 years from now, it might be.
yeah.
We might not be going that way. The Earth will boil to the point of where it's like another 3.5, 2 degrees closer, and the ice caps will melt, and we'll be Waterworld with Kevin Costner. There we go. So get your boats and catamarans ready.
I was going to say, just take this past summer. It was ridiculously hot. So I'd rather go back to the super cool times where everyone dressed super smart and super amazing and go watch Frank Sinatra live.
But I would argue that in the future, like I've always said, and it sounds crazy, I'm going to die. I want to die in a really dramatic, exciting way. Like I've always been...
A post-apocalyptic kind
or
of
basically,
world.
I always like the idea of dying of coronary heart disease is really, really boring to me. But the idea of going by alien invasion or, I don't know, some like mad shit...
War of the Worlds.
Stuff is actually interesting. That's more likely to happen in the future. I'm not saying that will happen, but wouldn't it be interesting if like something like game changing happened in our lifetime in terms of like interplanetary exploration or wormhole? It's not going to happen. This is proper sci-fi stuff. But I'd rather go that way. In the future, I reckon there's going to be stuff that blows our mind. I reckon there's going to be.
I'd love to be alive to be able to find like the first kind of life form on another planet.
Yeah,
because it's out there. Because we watched Blue Planet recently, and there was a fish with a transparent head, so it can see up above through its skull. So if that can exist,
a little seafood brain thing.
Even if it's just a little organism, I'd be excited because then that's just like
we found water now on different planets and stuff. Yeah. But in the future, like the past would be nice, but I feel like you can read about that, and to me, it's always in the books, and to me, it's always the sense of like. It's in nostalgia. Everyone's like, oh, I bet it'd be great in the 60s. But I guess there's also a lot of shit in the 60s as well. Like the racism and the oppression of women and all this kind of stuff.
It's true.
Whereas I reckon, in general, the future's unknown. And I think the unknown excites me. So that's what I would say. Personally,
Can I have both? Can I be a time traveler?
Okay. Football Comps asked, what's your most embarrassing moment in your childhood?
You first.
Let me have a think about that.
Sorry, I just said first. I say first because I'm from Rochdale. Don't judge
for
me.
a sins. I would say, am I in focus? Hope I'm in focus. Sit up anyway.
If I'm in focus, that's all right.
I would say the most embarrassing thing to tell her to, because she always does that when she's on videos.
Sorry.
It's a bad habit. Bad for your back. I would say the most embarrassing moment for me, I don't know, I had a few. I remember once when I was in school, I was about 12 or 11 or something, and I misheard the name of a guy called like Stephen McInerney or something like that. And I was only a few weeks into school, and I got up on stage in front of the entire school and tried to accept an award for a sixth form rugby player.
Loser!
All right.
What did you even think the award was?
I don't know. I just heard my name.
Oh yeah, someone's just giving me an award.
I've got very bad
reason.
hearing, and I walked up, and the head teacher was looking at me like, "Who's this scrawny little bastard?" Expecting this like hulking sixth form rugby player about 5 years older than me.
Did everyone laugh?
I think everyone was confused and pitied me. I think that's worse.
Maybe you've just blocked the laughter.
I don't even know. I remember as well, like, no, I won't even go there. But what's yours?
No, I think you need to tell the cheesy what's it story.
I wasn't even thinking about that. That's not even really embarrassing. It's more like a... Have you seen like Alan Partridge, the Toblerone, when he has a breakdown and he drives to Dundee barefoot and eats loads of Toblerone? This is my version where I wasn't really enjoying university. I remember waking up one day, just drunk, and I looked at my bed and my hands and my face and I was orange. I was like, why am I orange? What's going on? I don't remember anything. And then I rolled... And I looked to the right, and I'd got back drunk and lonely and eaten 6 packets of Wotsits. And I was just covered in like Wotsits hands, and it was all over my pillow, and I was really depressed. And the first time I told Nicola that story, you were crying, laughing.
Mm-hmm.
It's quite a bleak story, actually.
I was going to say, didn't you tell that on our first date?
Maybe. Chalmer. Yours?
God. Many embarrassing stories, but I mean, it's kind of a bit poor. It's not like super embarrassing. Basically, I piss myself like any good kid does. But I had roller skates on, so I was rushing back trying to get roller skates off, and I just slipped and fell on my roller skates and then pissed myself while I sat down.
Why did you piss yourself? What caused that?
Because I really needed the loop, but I didn't want to go in because I was playing on my roller skates, and then I couldn't get them off in time to get out to the toilet.
I was thinking about the one where you fell in water. On a walk, you told me you fell into...
No, that was...
Again? We got some bladder thing.
That wasn't when I was a... Yeah, it was when I was a kid. I was about 11 and 12. But that was when I peed. You know how you pee outside? And it's quite... Well, it's not difficult for guys, but it's difficult for girls. And I accidentally peed on my trousers, so I purposely fell in a river.
That is some...
So I was wet. So it didn't look like I peed myself.
But you did.
But I did.
Technically.
I'm happy to admit that. That's why it's not that an embarrassing story.
I feel like I've probably got more embarrassing things but I've not mentioned. You feel like in general. But I think I've blocked them out because I think in general you start to like... I'm
just an embarrassing person, so I'm used to it.
Yeah. I do stupid things all the time, genuinely.
Like date me.
Yeah, pretty much. Like do this video, like put this on the internet. That's pretty much it. Anch Lufra, Anch. Sorry, you've got your name wrong there, mate. I noticed you play quite a few video games. So which one would you consider as your all-time favourite video game? I'm a big Nintendo fanboy, and I've always go, even though I don't think it's age, like, well, Ocarina of Time for me, Zelda. But then there's loads of games like I loved Last of Us. I thought it was incredible. I've loved Final Fantasy VII when I was younger, and shitloads of other games. Banjo-Kazooie, one of the best underrated platformers of all time. Spider-Man was great. I know it's new, but I think that's slowed down as a pretty great game.
I think that's definitely leading the way for a new kind of version of games where
the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Yeah. But my favourite, well, I'd say my ultimate favourite because of just everything in it is Uncharted games.
I thought, it's not Skyrim.
Not Skyrim. I do love Skyrim. I do love Someone stole your sweet roll.
Sorry.
Took an arrow to the knee.
When I play Skyrim, Nicola gets really pissed off because I collect everything. She's like, "You don't need that bread." I was like, "I need the bread." You don't need that
no,
bin.
because you get weighted down, and it's really annoying having to sort through and get.
Well, I don't think you should judge me by my weight in the game. Weight shaming, fat shaming on Skyrim.
Yeah, that's the annoying thing about Skyrim. Skyrim has a bunch of faults which everyone kind of loves, but
I guess it's fair. You can't carry 400 tins.
But definitely Uncharted because I just love the stories. I just love being able to explore, and even though I don't like shooting games, so I don't like that bit, but I just do the auto.
The great, I'd say, like for casualish games, I think Uncharted games are amazing because of the way they guide you through.
It's a story, and it's like a movie, it's like a film, and also Link Between Worlds.
Underrated game.
Underrated
on the 3DS.
That was my first Zelda game that I ever completed. I kind of started Ocarina of Majora's Mask and just couldn't quite get into it. Don't kill me. But that one was the one that I first completed. I thought it was mint on the Nintendo 3DS.
Yeah. Really good. Brilliant.
And then I started playing Wind Waker on
the Wii U.
Wii U? Was it the Wii U?
Yeah, I had the HD version because it was out on the something else first.
And that was mint.
It's class.
That was class.
And then Breath of the Wild.
Breath of the Wild. Oh yeah, how can we forget about Breath of the Wild? We need to replay that. That's going to kill the microphone.
Sorry, Mike. Great game. Anyway, there's 3 more questions answered because we have nothing else to do on a Saturday night. After getting back from the City game myself, and now just going to sit in and chill. Anyway, if you're new to this channel, let us know what you want to see discussed, because why not?
Can I ask a question like I always
Go on, you can ask a question.
I'm not asking you a question, I want to ask them a question. We've got 1 week until we've got this Halloween party that we've got to go to.
Oh yeah, we do.
I want to know what you think we should go as for Halloween.
Look at these faces. Look at them closely. And what do you see? You look through the lens of this camera, and what are we going through as I look for Halloween? Is it too much to do matching? No, like couples costumes, or do we go as separate entities? Where it's like, so we kind of had we kind of had the idea of going as Spider-Man and MJ. Yeah, because she's literally MJ, Nicola Janey.
And I'm a reporter.
And I'm Steve McInerney, Spider-Man, SM. And I look great in a Spider-Man costume. That's actually true, that. Yeah,
you did.
It's true.
I wore it once. It'll insert a picture. Here.
No, probably won't do because it's got my mate's kid in it.
Oh. Can you not crop it out?
Okay, I can do. It's probably here now on the screen. Essentially, about 4 years ago, from my friend's nephew's birthday party, he begged me to be Spider-Man, and the kids were obsessed. They thought I was Spider-Man. I looked class in it. Even Nicola was like,
you looked better than the overweight Batman.
You were like, you look good in that. I was like, yeah.
Yeah, so maybe
she wanted me to keep the costume, just as saying. Bye! In a bit, see you later.